Hello from Ilfracombe. Ilfracombe.
North Devon. Lovely day.
Lovely day for it.
You've got your boot on still, and I've only got one pole, and we're heading off up a hill, so this could be interesting.
Apologies for the squeaking in advance. But yeah, I have to put up with
Like
it.
a mouse in a shoe. Are you a nice person?
I think so. Are you a nice person? Oh,
Depends who you're asking.
what defines a nice person?
Well, nice is such a term, isn't it? But what we are going to try and talk about today, is the power of kindness and how that can benefit not just other people, but yourself. And we'll talk about it through the reference to the charity. But there's a few nice, easy little hacks and bits of advice here, wrapped up in some of our own personal experiences that I think could be useful for you and you.
When do you think you first realised that you were getting a kick out of helping other people? Because did you start it for that, or?
Start what? Being nice?
Yeah, well, the more serious charitable stuff.
No, I think initially I started it because I felt a complete burden on everyone, and it was like a defence mechanism to feel useless again. Useless, useful. But in reality, I stumbled into it, I suppose, after I broke my neck. Spent a long time feeling like I was a burden on everyone. And then writing those blogs and people getting in touch, I was just sharing my experiences in hospital and what I was struggling with, what I was scared of, just the realities of spending 4 months on a spinal unit.
Yeah.
People were saying it was helpful, so that gave me a sense of purpose again. Gave me a bit of hope for the future. Didn't know it would transpire into charities, mentoring, talks, all of this sort of stuff. But I think actually at the beginning, if I'm honest, it was a coping mechanism to feel like I could add some value to the world again. And then over time it's evolved, and to the point where I can't imagine doing it any other way. But I think the question then you've got to ask yourself, which I've been asked before, is, was I always like that inherently? I just hadn't experienced it, or is it something that evolved? Or what do you think? Because we were engaged for 8 years before that.
Yeah.
And
What?
were we kind and nice before? Were we the type of people that was always going to start a charity, or is it?
I don't think
circumstance?
I ever thought we'd set up a charity. I don't know. I don't think I analysed it before, but I would say that we were kind people and that we would enjoy helping other people. But to be honest, since setting up M2M, looking back, I probably was a lot more selfish. Whereas now that I'm in M2M,
Before starting M2M, yeah.
I just think about others more. Is it that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going off-roading.
This is a standard Ed making me go off-road when I'm injured. I think he's just gotten payback, to be honest. Also, we can't really see each other.
That's all right.
But hey,
They can hear us.
I'll hold it to the side.
I think that you've always been a carer.
Yeah.
With your family, with me, with in all different situations. And that's been accentuated now because you've got more people to care for, whether that be the beneficiaries or still, as always, family, friends, me. But I think you've always had it in you.
Yeah, I do enjoy getting the most out of people.
You love a crisis as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm quite good in a crisis. I just, switch on and I'm able to make decisions in a crisis. But I don't enjoy them particularly.
Crisis, climbing a skinny path in boot.
Literally, you should see this path. I'm where is he taking me?
I haven't done it before.
Yeah, I might just take my jacket off. You're really old. Woo!
Shall I lead for a bit?
Yeah.
This is a bit of a breeze today. Yesterday was so hot. So we're on day 2 of our Walk the Coast event with the charity down here. We've got plenty of volunteers running the walks. I ran one yesterday. We had a good turnout. We got even more today, but over the course of the next 10 days, we're walking the North Devon coast path. And over the last 6 years, this is year 6, we've done the whole southwest coast path, which has been incredible. And to be honest, we've been very lucky with the weather. I think we've got some rain next week. But just feeding into what we've been talking about, like that support and kindness that exists within M2M has become like an ecosystem rather than just people at one end of the spectrum being nice and kind and supporting people from the other. Everyone's got their own journeys and stories, and everyone's at different stages of their recovery, and they all help each other. And this trip in particular, these walks in particular, really show that. How's the breath?
Fine. Yeah, I actually am a bit gutted because obviously I can't walk at the moment, like the long ones. And I said to Ed when I got back today, I was like, oh, I just gutted that I missed out on all those conversations and like, you know, their backgrounds and like who could help each other. And I guess, yeah, I love that feeling of like orchestrating those purposeful conversations as a coach. And yeah, I missed out on it today. But it's even just amazing knowing that like we've set that up and that is happening. Like they're walking on the coast path, they're talking about their trauma, they're being vulnerable, they're connecting, they're making friends. And
we don't have to be there.
No, which is even more amazing. But like it does give you this like warm and fuzzy feeling, doesn't it? Like I think it's a bit addictive.
Well, it's literally scientifically proven that altruism, or being kind, helpful to others, has a physiological response in your body. So
yeah.
It releases endorphins, lowers your stress markers. Like, and actually a lot of people, it's been proven, a lot of people say that if you're the caregiver, you're getting more than the care receiver.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases.
Yeah.
People just don't see that automatically as a tool to help themselves when we should.
I think people get stuck in the kind of victim mindset, don't they, when something's gone wrong to them. And actually the best way to help themselves, but you have to really flip your mindset to be able to do that, is to go out and do something for somebody else.
Yeah.
But I just think, well, obviously it's maybe a bit different when someone's in the like deeps of depression, and that's why maybe like antidepressants are really useful, because it just allows you to get that little bit of confidence to do something, right, and take an action.
Yeah.
And then the reward comes, like the study that Alan Lux did around testing your physiology after helping somebody and connecting with somebody. Then you actually get that feeling of calmness for it's a long period.
Yeah. And I think that was the feeling that I first felt. You know, you call it purpose, but you know, if you feel like you've got purpose, you know, doing something purposeful, then you feel low stress.
Yeah.
You feel a bit happy. You have that sustained level of happiness and calm, and that's because you're doing something, you've done something that is beneficial to others. And like, as human beings, our bodies, our minds will reward us for being beneficial to the rest of the tribe, because that makes us useful. That means we're not going to get kicked out. We're not going to get eaten by saber-toothed tigers because we're not allowed around the fire because we're a selfish bastard. And you know, that's also why there's a massive fear for people, as a little segue, for public speaking, because if you speak in front of large groups, you're vulnerable because you're being judged by the masses. If you say something wrong and you upset a lot of people, that can be life or death. Not anymore, but it could have been. But on the flip side, on the other side of that fear, if you can help a lot of people, it gives you massive self-worth, sense of purpose, and it's a proper win-win scenario. I think
We like a win-win, don't we?
I don't know, and I also think that we're just set up these days to believe that, you know, through business, whatever it might be, that it's all about wins and losses. If someone's winning, someone's giving, someone else is taking, someone's winning, someone else is losing. And that just doesn't have to be the case, especially when it comes to acts of kindness. So the classic red flag wavers, the bastards who try to pick holes and look for negativity in everything, will say, oh, you're only giving to make yourself look good. You know,
Which is
a
ridiculous.
a billionaire gives away 100 million quid to charity, and they're like, yeah, but it's basically just a tax write-off. And, you know, I get that in some
people are just knobs,
like that, and I can guarantee most of those people probably aren't doing anything for charity themselves. So, don't feel guilty for doing something good, and rewarding yourself for it is basically the moral story. Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Thank you. Isn't it lovely? Do you want me to go in front?
Yeah. Great view now.
It's bloody lovely, isn't it? Look at that.
So we're currently on an Iron Age hill fort here, Lois.
Tell me more.
Second oldest on Exmoor. They're not really sure why they built it here, probably defensive because of the cliffs. And there's double ramparts on the other side. But
When was the Iron Age?
2,500 years ago. About 300 BC, that's what this for.
I hope to catch you out then.
I might have just completely made that up.
Yeah, probably.
But I didn't. That's the Bristol Channel, and somewhere over there is Wales. And they used to import a lot of tin and coal across the Bristol Channel to here from Wales.
And there's lots of lime kilns.
Lime kilns
Mines.
and
Lime kilns, is that a thing?
lime kilns, yeah.
Right.
And so there's quite a big Welsh influence in this village, including the town of Ilfracombe, including the miners. The Welsh are very good at digging holes, right?
Right.
And they dug for the Victorians. There's some beaches here that are only accessible by these weird tunnels, and they're not man-made. They were made by Welsh miners to give access to the Victorians so they can go and sunbathe on the beach.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
We do love the Welsh.
Yeah, that's a good motivation to do some tunnels to get to a beach. I'm a big fan.
Should we carry on and then loop back down that hill?
Yes. So purpose, I think, is one of the biggest takeaways for this chat. Is how do you create a purpose for yourself? I feel like that is like the biggest question when like people chat to us, is like they see us having this amazing thing that clearly makes us happy, and you kind of want to create that for yourself, don't you?
So you're talking about kindness for purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that to me, kindness comes back to like feeling useful, doesn't it? And I guess that links into purpose for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like if you've got nothing to wake up for, no one else to help, no one else to kind of like, you know, we're in a bit of a loneliness epidemic at the moment, aren't we? And if you haven't got that, then you're going to be pretty unhappy. So I do think like a lot of people that maybe they don't have their purpose in their work, then it could be like volunteering would be a really good way to just kind of realise your worth and to support people and help people and feel useful.
Yeah.
Like we get a lot of volunteers helping us with M2M, and you can see actually like it's helping them sometimes even more than it helps the beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Which is an incredible like way to pay it forward, isn't it?
Yeah. And also even smaller than that, just being a good friend, calling your mate, calling your nan, checking in with people, random acts of kindness, like there's a lot of science behind that. Paying for someone's coffee in a queue is like the old metaphor that everyone uses, but you know, proper selfless acts. And I think a lot of people get into the mindset, well, no one wants to help me, so why should I help anyone else?
Yeah.
Like the world's against me. But of course no one wants to help you because you've not created an ecosystem of kindness and help around you. If you're the type of person that goes through their life being kind where they can, helping where they can, funnily enough, you'll get surrounded by people who want to help you back. And it doesn't have to be, it can't be transactional. There should be no markers from it. It should just be doing it because you trust that it's the right thing to do. And the more you do it without measuring it, the more it comes back your way eventually, I think. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh. Get the view in the back.
On the bench.
Oh. I just sit down.
He survives.
We made it. My first split the coast path. I totally
Beautiful.
agree with that. And so from your work that you've done recently about luck, like how does paying it forward link into being a luckier person?
Well, talk about luck surface area. So life is happening to all of us. And what is the filter you've got in place and how big is your surface area to catch things? And one of the proven methodologies, one of my concepts is around doing selfless acts of kindness. And over time, that will increase your luck surface area, because someone you might have helped 5 years ago, it might have just been like helping them with their bags somewhere, or whatever it is, like can be quite small, might be the person in 5 years' time who gives you a job. Or, you know, for example, recently, Dave Smith, who gave his time selflessly to me in terms of conversations and phone calls whilst I was in hospital, just giving me advice. He didn't know the impact that had on me at the time, and it was just a small thing for him to do. And, you know, I spend a lot of time doing that for other people because I know how important it can be. And he's in a tough place at the moment, and so I've rallied the troops and we've raised 100 grand from him. So just by making a small phone call and helping someone out who's in need, even though he didn't know me at the time, I'm then inspired years down the line to go and raise 100 grand for him. So if that's just a little lesson in, like, the more you do it, you don't have to expect the immediate feedback. You will increase that luck surface area throughout your life. More opportunities will come your way. That person you did something for years ago that seemed small at the time will come through and do something really big for you. You probably hear about it in dating quite a lot, I imagine. You know, people who get a good narrative around them, it's like, oh, he's just a really good bloke.
Nice
he's
person,
kind, he's nice. Everyone does their fucking, like, detailed, like, inspector level research on anyone they're about to, like, get serious with. And if they can only get feedback that, you know, just really nice, actually. Like, and he helped me do this, or she helped me do that. Probably.
How high do you have to go with this though? Because, like, you know, you say just being kind to a friend, but, you know, if that's all you can manage, like, because you're dealing with a lot, then that's totally fine. But I do feel like people could do a bit more.
100%.
Because, like, I feel like a lot of people feel a bit helpless with it, don't they? They're like, they want to do more, but they don't know how to, or that it's not maybe in their narrative at the moment. Like, you know, coming on this 10-day walk, setting up the charity, we've got, like, volunteers coming. Like, this is a bloody beautiful thing to do. Like, I could go to Marbella for the weekend, which I will do on another weekend, and drink all weekend and have fun with my friends, yes. But another choice of, like, a holiday is to come and, like, volunteer your time for a couple of days. Or a lot of businesses now, they do, like, charity days, like volunteering days. Like, use them, come and do something fun, and, like, you get a kickback from it too. But yeah, I do feel like a lot of people I speak to, they don't know how to help. No. Like, they want to contact a charity, but they don't, like, and even us as a charity, we don't know how to kind of involve people in ways that are useful. Yeah. So, but yeah, I just think I see directly these people coming on our walks and leaving feeling so inspired.
The people who come to help.
Help. And getting that perspective shift as well of, like, their lives feeling quite ordinary compared to some of the trauma stories that we have, and just, like,
we're all going through loads of shit, and, like, helping others gives you good perspective, because instead of sitting in your own bubble and feeling sorry for yourself and the world's against me and my life's way worse than everyone else's, you realise that everyone's going through stuff. Some people are a lot harder than you. There's always levels to this game. Yeah. And reframing it and going, what positives can I take from it? How can I use my experience from going through shit to support other people? Yeah. But I do think people are just beaten down at the moment, and I think, like, everyone just feels a bit angry and depressed at life and the economy and wars, and, like, so almost the help button isn't automatic. It tends to sort of stop because you're feeling down. And that's what I'm trying to say, is it's easy to help people. It's easy to be nice to people when you feel great. Yeah. Like, if you've just won something or got a new promotion, of course you're like, drinks on me in the pub, you know, like, everyone can be a good bloke when things are going right. But when the shit hits the fan and you're struggling, arguably that's when it's even more important to be good, because that's, for all the physiological reasons we explained, that's the time it's going to benefit and help you most. And that is also the ecosystem that's going to support you when you're struggling, but it is the time that you least feel like doing it. And then we come back round to the whole adage of mood follows action. You've got to do things when you don't feel like it. But I think if you can switch your dial to the narrative or the setting of just kindness where you can. I'm not saying to never be pissed off or to never have a go at anyone. We're not fucking Mother Teresa. But where you can be kind and don't expect anything in return, just do it. Small acts of kindness, big acts of kindness, because it will reward you in the end, not just through the way you feel, feeling purposeful, but also practically. Other people are going to want to help you.
Yeah, and you do need to practice it. Like, it's not something that will come like instantly. You have to have it in the forefront of your mind. Like, one way to do that is with like a simple affirmation, and you don't have to stare at yourself in the mirror. It does help. But just having something that you might repeat to yourself each morning, or even actually, I've known that I've been having like a bit of a trickier time at the moment. So I brought out my 5-minute journal, and like now every morning I'll write 3 things I'm grateful for, and an affirmation. And it just in the
What are you grateful for today?
The sunshine.
Sunshine and bed.
I love bed is in my my.
You're always in my
gratitude every
affirmations. Have
morning.
I ever gone into yours?
Of course. Yeah, and I try and mix it up because otherwise it is just bed and you
Yeah.
together.
Wee.
But yeah, that just really helps practice it, because if you are somebody that maybe it doesn't come naturally to, then you do have to practice it, and you have to.
And I would say that you
revibrate.
weren't someone it came naturally to.
What, the positivity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were nicknamed Negatron for a while.
I mean, hardly. But
No, but that just proves that you can practice it and not be like that. You practice, like, you realise the acts of kindness.
That's not
just
acts
the-
of kindness. That's more like positivity in myself, I'd say.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm pretty good at turning it on. Like, sometimes actually even I've like questioned whether I'm masking in those situations a bit, because I could go from being in a bit of a bad mood and then I'll be with people and I can be like really energetic and
Yeah.
happy. I'll never like really be a Debbie Downer, will I?
You can NLP, like neuro-linguistic programming, you can force yourself to feel better
Yeah,
by like having to
definitely.
pretend to feel better, like smiling in the mirror and
Yeah.
all of those sorts of things, like can
Yeah.
bring you out of a slump, can't they?
Yeah, and I think I do that. Like, I
You
don't
do it
think
better
that-
than I do.
Well, some people will let their bad mood affect everything else, won't they? And everybody else. Whereas, yeah, I don't mind being in a bad mood to myself, or to be fair, sometimes with you, but never, never would have let it affect the charity group, for
No.
example. Or the main thing I do is that when we're on our walks and I've had enough of everybody, I make everybody speak, everybody walk in silence
I did
for 10
silent
minutes.
walking with them
Yeah,
yesterday.
you did silent walking day 1. That's
17 minutes
Oh my
after
God.
lunch. Yeah.
You had enough, had you?
No, I just thought it was a nice thing to do because we were walking through these woods and the bird noise was so loud,
Oh,
and they were such a chatty group because they were getting onto it, and I was like, I want to listen to the birds.
Yeah.
So everyone was silent walking.
Oh, that's nice.
It's good.
Yeah. So what do you think your main points for paying it forward is?
Paying it forward. Well, I mean, the
Or
sort
being
of-
nice?
Yeah, I
being
mean,
kind,
it's a
altruism?
pretty simple message, isn't it? Really,
Mm.
like actually being nice to people, or being kind, or being considerate, understanding that everyone's map of the world is different. People do get things wrong, but actively doing, like, you could literally set yourself the challenge of going, today I'm going to do something nice for a stranger, even if it's only hold a door open.
Mm-hmm.
And every month I'm going to do a big act of kindness, like, or every quarter I'm going to do a day of volunteering, and just start to build it into your narrative, and then watch the universe change around you and start sending stuff back the other way.
It'd be quite good to journal that, won't it? So this is your challenge, actually. Start doing small acts of kindness. Maybe track it, like once a week, just if anything comes back to you, what have you put out or what comes back to you? And just in 6 months' time, see what's changed.
Right. Fish and chaps.
Yummy.